A dozen years ago in Sierra Leone, West Africa, this little girl with one arm and a gentle face became an unlikely global symbol of human depravity. Madeleine Albright, then Secretary of State, was photographed holding the girl in her arms. The girl became the much-photographed poster child of atrocities committed by a militia that chopped off arms and feet of civilians. Sierra Leone's president at the time took her to peace talks as a stark reminder of the human cost of the Civil War. Some dubbed her Peace Girl. Today, Sierra Leone is at peace, and I was astonished to learn from Albright that Peace Girl is now an American. Meet Maimouna Mansouré McShane. She's 15 and is living in Washington, D.C. with her siblings Michael and Molly and adoptive parents Kelly and Kevin McShane. I recently visited Maimouna's home, and I was thrilled to see how well she's adjusted to life as an American girl and just how normal her life is.
When I'm with this family, I don't feel any different. They all treat me like they treat each other.
I was a Peace Corps volunteer in Sierra Leone before the war, 1987 to 1989, and sort of always held a very special place in my heart.
Kelly told me that when she heard of a group of child war victims coming to the U.S. and gaining asylum, that caught her interest.
After the kids all got asylum, they started looking for adoption, people to adopt the kids, and guardianship. So I called, and they said, well, we have the perfect girl for you. And I think for us, it was very important that she just be another normal little girl. The first day that Maimouna was living with us, she went to soccer practice.
I like to play soccer and basketball. Well, I like to do any sport really, but I'm serious about those two sports. For my soccer team, my travel soccer team, I'm playing forward, right or left forward. Hey!
It's funny, I think when we were first thinking about adopting her, we were concerned about the one arm and what would it be like, and it pretty clearly became clear that it's really not a big issue in terms of everyday living, and that Maimouna's just amazing with how she handles it all.
Can you do things pretty much by yourself, get dressed and everything else?
Yeah, I can do everything anybody can do with two hands, except for the monkey bars. I can never do the monkey bars.
Like, what? What about it? What about my hair?
She untied it. She probably put some bra.
Oh, we gotta go.
At school, Maimouna, do people know your history? Do they know that you know?
People in my advisory group do. Sometimes, it just depends on my mood if I want to tell them or not. If I'm like happy, cheerful, I'm fine telling them about it. But like, I get really uncomfortable when people ask me about what happened to my arm. I know it's like really easy to say, like it's not easy to say, but it's just like two simple words, like it got shot. But it's just really hard to say it, so I usually just ignore them.
Maimouna has a photo of her Sierra Leone family on the eve of war. When the militia attacked, her father fled and later died under unclear circumstances. Gunmen killed her mother and grandmother, and apparently while in her grandmother's arms, bullets grazed Maimouna's side and pulverized her arm. At the age of just 2, she had to have her arm amputated, and a memory of the hospital still lingers.
I do remember hearing screams, and like I was on one side of the bed, one part of it, and there's like a person on the other side, and I heard screams, and like all this vision went like really fast for me. So I only have like really fuzzy memories of things.
Our daily life gets so busy we don't think about it that much, and I think when I do think about it, it definitely makes me want to cry, just thinking about what her life was as a child in this war-torn country. We've gone back to visit now twice.
When the McShanes traveled together to Sierra Leone, Maimouna was astonished by her fame there.
When I went to Africa, I did feel like a symbol or somebody like very important, because a lot of people were crying and like they're like, oh, you're alive and stuff like that.
And we've seen the refugee camp where she used to live. We saw the home where she was born. We've met her aunts and uncles. Her 3 brothers are like my sons now.
This summer, though, we're hoping for them to come and visit us this time, because I really want to show them around here, DC, and how I live and stuff.
Yeah. Mostly, Mamouna now lives an ordinary life. Once a global symbol of suffering caused by the human capacity for evil, she's now just a teenage girl with amazing footwork on the soccer field. She's a poster child of nothing at all, just a dazzling teenage girl who embodies the human capacity for resilience. For the New York Times, I'm Nicholas Kristof.